Welcome another week to our Spanish live lesson. Thank you very much for joining. The topic for today is going to be how to explain something in Spanish. Cómo explicar algo en español. We are going to wait for a few minutes more for more people to join us over YouTube and Facebook. As I always mention, if you have any question, any comment during the lesson, if there's, something written on the whiteboard that you don't understand, or if you want me to give you any other example to understand something better, you can leave a comment and I will make sure to read your comments throughout the lesson and try to answer them. So please do that. I see that we already have Sukaina, Cody, and Leah. I don't know if you can get the discount code. I will try to to get you a discount. I hope that you're looking forward to this week's lesson. So let me know. I don't know, how was your weekend? ¿Cómo fue el fin de semana? ¿Cómo fue el fin de semana? So you can try to answer in Spanish and see how your Spanish studying is going. As I said, today we are gonna see how you can explain something in Spanish. That's quite useful if you need to give directions so someone else can go to a certain place, or also maybe if you want to explain someone your super special recipe or the recipe that you've mastered, you can do that with the vocabulary that we are gonna learn today. Also, maybe, for example, if at work you need to give some instructions to someone so that they know how to do something in particular, you can also use this vocabulary. So I hope that you find it very useful. Also, we have already like Antonio joining us and Jeder Jacob saying, hoy es mi cumpleaños. Feliz cumpleaños, Jeder. Espero que tengas un buen día. So, happy birthday. Also, Eric joining us. Leah saying, mi fin de semana fue tremendo. Glad you had a nice weekend. Sharing also. Sergio, aprendiendo mi propio idioma. Well, there are always things to learn, right? Isabella joining us also. Over Facebook, I see SS, Alam, Bakari, Kevin, Rana. So, Don Fettuccini, thank you everyone for joining me today in this lesson. So, again, the topic for this week is ¿Cómo explicar algo en español? ¿Cómo explicar algo en español? So, how to explain something in Spanish. For example, if someone asks you, ¿cómo puedo ir a la estación? ¿Cómo puedo ir a la estación? How can I go to the station? So you need to be able to give some instructions to this person. We are going to see how you can do that. Of course, knowing this is also very useful not only if you are the one giving the instructions, but if someone is giving instructions to you, is of course useful to know these words. So I hope that you enjoy this. Well, before starting, I wanted to let you know that we have prepared some PDF cheat sheets for use so that you can learn vocabulary and useful phrases for all different topics. So you can click on the link on the description below and sign up for a free lifetime account and have access to all of them. There are hundreds of different topics, so you can pick the one that you feel like learning more about that day and just print it out, or maybe take it with you on your iPhone, iPad, and study from there. So you decide. So what we are gonna study now are conectores de secuencia. Conectores de secuencia. So these are sequence words. So yeah, in order to give instructions, you need some words like preceding those instructions to say first do this, then do that, at the end do this other thing. So yeah, the first type of conectores that we are gonna learn are those that you use to begin. So para iniciar, to begin, or para comenzar, that also means to begin. So we have here 4 different ones. So here we have primero, first, primero, first. So an example with that one could be primero camina hasta el semáforo. Primero camina hasta el semáforo. So first, walk until the traffic light. So that's primero. Another one that we use to begin to give instructions is en un principio. En un principio. So to begin with, en un principio, abre el paquete. En un principio, abre el paquete. So to begin with, abre, open, el paquete, the package. En un principio, abre el paquete. Then another one we have here is para empezar. Para empezar. So also to begin with, le quitas el plástico. Para empezar, le quitas el plástico. So to begin with, you take out the plastic or the wrapping. So para empezar, le quitas el plástico. And the last one that we are gonna see today, to begin, is en primer lugar. En primer lugar. And an example with that, en primer lugar, pones el agua a hervir. En primer lugar, pones el agua a hervir. So first place to begin with, it's a bit difficult maybe to find the exact translation in English. I mean, all of them basically mean to begin. So yeah, you can use them. It doesn't really matter which one you use. All of them mean the same. So yeah, to begin with, make the water boil, or put the water to boil. Boil the water. I think it's the right way to say it, right? So, en primer lugar, pones el agua a hervir. So, yeah, these are 4 sequence words to begin to give instructions. So, primero, en un principio, para empezar, and en primer lugar. So I don't know if you have any questions. As I said, yeah, if you have any questions, just write your comment, and I make sure to read them throughout the lesson. So now we are gonna go to the next group of sequence words, and that one is para indicar un siguiente paso. Para indicar un siguiente paso. So that's to indicate the next steps. So yeah, you already started. So then, yeah, you need the sequence words that mean then, after that, next, right? So those are the ones that we are gonna learn now. The first sequence words that you can use are just the ordinal numbers. So these are second, third, fourth, right? So in Spanish it could be segundo, segundo, so second, tercero, tercero, third, and cuarto, fourth. So segundo, tercero, cuarto, and you can keep enumerating until you need. Make sure if you are not really sure, like if you don't remember the ordinal numbers, números ordinales in Spanish, make sure to go to our site and check out one of our lessons we have about them, because they are also important to give instructions and everything. Then another word you can use is ahora. Ahora. So ahora means now, but when used in an enumeration, it means that you do it like right after the step that you mentioned previously. So an example with that would be ahora enciende el interruptor. Ahora enciende el interruptor. So now, like then, switch on the, how do you say, put the switch on, like switch on the light maybe, well not the light, like interruptor is switch in Spanish, and enciende is like turn it on, turn the switch on, I think is the right way to say it in English maybe. So ahora enciende el interruptor. So then another word to indicate the next step is después. Después. So después means later. An example is después agrega la verdura. Después agrega la verdura. So after that, like later, add the vegetables. Like later, add the vegetables. Verdura, so vegetables. So después agrega la verdura. Another word that you see is also another phrase that you see is also the word después is después de eso. Después de eso. So it's after it. De eso. So después de eso, after it. An example, después de eso, ordena las piezas. Después de eso, ordena las piezas. So after that, after it, sort out the pieces or put the pieces in order. Then the next one is enseguida. Enseguida. So enseguida means right after it. It makes when you hear enseguida, it gives the impression that you have to do it right after like the thing you did before. So like without wasting much time. So enseguida apaga el fuego. Enseguida apaga el fuego. So right after it, how do you say, turn the fire off? No, so how do you say, like, well, I don't know, like, put off the fire. Yeah. So enseguida apaga el fuego. Enseguida apaga el fuego. Next one. Seguidamente. Seguidamente. So seguidamente is also like uses the word seguida, but in the adverb form, adding mente at the end. So seguidamente also gives the impression of like immediacy, like you need to do it right after the step before that. So seguidamente salta alto. Seguidamente salta alto. So right after it, jump high. Jump high. Salta alto. So seguidamente, salta alto. Yeah, to end to finish with this group of sequence words, we have luego. Luego. Luego means later. After that, so luego limpia tu cuarto. Luego limpia tu cuarto. So later or after that, clean your room. Clean your room. So luego limpia tu cuarto. So just a quick review of all the sequence words that are included in this second group. We have first the ordinal numbers, so segundo, tercero, cuarto, and quinto, sexto, séptimo, the list goes on. Then we have ahora, después de eso, enseguida, seguidamente, and the last one, luego. So, I don't know, I think you don't have any questions, right? Hope it's everything clear. You can also begin practicing, if you want to pick one of those and write a sentence with it to and let me check if it's right or not. You can also do that to see if you're understanding this correctly. And then the last group of sequence words that we are gonna study today are the sequence words to finalize. So, para finalizar. Para finalizar. Or para terminar. Also means the same. Para terminar. The first one we're gonna see is al final. Al final. So, in the end, al final, gira a la derecha. Al final, gira a la derecha. So, in the end, turn right. Turn right. So, al final, gira a la derecha. Then we have finalmente. Finalmente. So finalmente also, to finalize in the end, as I mentioned, it's a bit difficult to translate them right into an English expression, but most of them, as I mentioned, they are used to finalize an enumeration, so you can use one or another. So, finalmente, etiqueta el producto. Finalmente, etiqueta el producto. So, to finalize, label the product. Label the product. So, etiquetar is label. Then we have another one. Para finalizar. Para finalizar. So we already have it here to finalize. An example with it could be para finalizar, déjalo enfriar. Para finalizar, déjalo enfriar. So to finalize, let it cool down. I think you say, right? To finalize, let it cool down. Then another one very similar is para terminar. Para terminar. So also to finalize, espolvorea el azúcar. Para terminar, espolvorea el azúcar. So to finalize, how you say sprinkle? Not sprinkle. I think there's some other word some sugar. Is this gesture sprinkle some sugar? Well, I think there's another word. If someone knows like the exact word I'm referring to. And then we have por último, vete a dormir. Por último, vete a dormir. So, also, to finalize, like last thing, go to sleep. So, por último, vete a dormir. So these are the ones that we use to finalize our enumeration, our instructions. So we are gonna do a quick review of them. Al final, finalmente, para finalizar, para terminar, por último. So these ones are the sequence words to finalize an enumeration. And so before continuing with like some practice exercises, I wanted to remind you that we have prepared some PDF cheat sheets that you can have access to by clicking on the link on the description below and signing up for a free lifetime account. So don't forget to do that. I have here with me some of them, so you can maybe have a look. I don't know if you can see them very well, but they are very well designed. So you feel like studying with this, right? It's not like just some boring black and white paper full of words and phrases. So they are also very organized in different topics, so you can choose like the one you're feeling a bit more interested in every day. As I said before, you can either like print them out and then write on them and highlight the things you still don't know or whatever, or you can also take them with you everywhere in your iPhone, iPad, the device of your preference. So don't forget to do that. And like to finalize with this lesson, we are gonna do some practice exercises. So I want to ask you to think of like something you want to explain in Spanish, and try to use these sequence words that we have learned today. So first using one of these groups to begin, and then using like one or two of these ones, and then finish with this one. I guess that it's also like pretty, like, I imagine you already like know about this, but of course, like if you want to make your conversation or maybe your writing more interesting, like try to mix them up. Try not to use always the same sequence word when you are like enumerating more than a couple instructions. So don't always say después. Try to mix them up. It will show the other person that your Spanish is really good. So try to do that. So I want to challenge you to do that. While you are like thinking of some examples, I'm gonna give you some. So for example, imagine that someone asks you, ¿en dónde está la parada del autobús? ¿En dónde está la parada del autobús? So where is the bus stop? If someone asks you that, like I have written here like a few instructions that you can give that person. So for example, primero sigue derecho hasta llegar al supermercado. Primero sigue derecho hasta llegar al supermercado. So first, like keep straight on until you arrive to the supermarket. So that was primero sigue derecho hasta llegar al supermercado. Then, like, después cruza la avenida y camina 2 metros. So, después cruza la avenida y camina 2 metros. So, after that, like, cross the avenue and walk 2 meters. Then, luego, gira a la izquierda. So, luego, gira a la izquierda. After that, turn left. Finalmente, camina hasta la esquina y allí encontrarás la parada de autobús. Finalmente, camina hasta la esquina y allí encontrarás la parada de autobús. So, to finish, walk until the corner and then you'll find the bus stop. So that was one example using these sequence words. So I see that Eric also is giving us an example. He's saying, primero camine hasta ese almacén. Después doble y al final llegará a la parada de autobús. So yeah, good example. Thank you. Another one that I have prepared. So maybe you can, over there, if you have some recipe that you are very proud of, maybe you can try to think of how would you explain that in Spanish by using also these sequence words. So yeah, I'm also gonna give you now an example of it. ¿Cómo preparaste este bocadillo? ¿Cómo preparaste este bocadillo? So how did you prepare this sandwich? So I'll give you the example. Primero, abre el pan con un cuchillo. Primero, abre el pan con un cuchillo. So I have here primero. So first, open the bread with a knife. Primero, abre el pan con un cuchillo. Luego, le pones mostaza y un poco de mayonesa. Luego, le pones mostaza y un poco de mayonesa. Then, you spread some mustard and a bit of mayonnaise. So, that's it. Then, enseguida, agregas el queso y pones el pan en la parrilla hasta que se derrita el queso. That one is a bit long. Enseguida, agregas el queso y pones el pan en la parrilla hasta que se derrita el queso. So, enseguida. So, right after it, you add the cheese, you put it on the grill, and you wait until the cheese is melted. Después de eso, le pones el jamón. Después de eso, le pones el jamón. So, after that, you put the ham. And, to finalize, al final, le agregas la lechuga y lo cierras. Al final, le agregas la lechuga y lo cierras. So, al final, so in the end, to finalize, you put the lettuce and you close it. So, that's the recipe for the sandwich. That's another example of how you can use these sequence words. I hope that you learned something with this lesson. Just a quick recap. So, sequence words to begin, to give instructions. We have primero, en un principio, para empezar, en primer lugar. Then, to indicate the next steps, we have the ordinal numbers, segundo, tercero, cuarto, quinto, sexto. Then we have ahora, después de eso, enseguida, seguidamente, and luego. And to finish the enumeration, we have al final, finalmente, para finalizar, para terminar, and por último. So yeah, I hope that you learned something. I wanted to remind you also that we have prepared these PDF cheat sheets that you can have access to by clicking on the link on the description below and signing up for a free lifetime account. You know that it's not enough just to study here with me every Thursday. It's also important to keep learning Spanish throughout all the week. So this is a good way of doing so and to keep growing your vocabulary. So yeah, make sure to check this out. Yeah, thank you everyone very much for joining me today. I hope also to see you next week. So next week is the 18th, and we are gonna see how to say some angry phrases in Spanish. So I don't know, if you get in a complicated situation and you need to maybe to say something not so nice, maybe the next lesson is useful for you. So I hope to see you also there. Have a great week. Yeah, hope to see you here. Bye. See you.